morning, students. Allow me first to apologize for this interruption. I do, like many of you, appreciate the comforts of everyday routine, the security of the familiar, the tranquility of television. I enjoy them as much as any bloke. But I find it necessary to take some time out of our daily lives to sit down and have a little chat. There are those, of course, who do not want us to speak. In fact, I suspect that right now orders are being shouted into phones, and that men with walkie-talkies will soon be on their way. Anything and everything will be done to stop me talking to you. Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who are listening, the enunciation of truth. The truth is, there is something terribly wrong with the senior class, isn't there? Cruelty and injustice, intolerance and oppression. While most of you have been sitting there twiddling your thumbs, you could have been commemorating the vindication of your freedom.
Like a Cliftico from Pennsylvania, Wall Creeper from Colorado, Master Legend from Florida, Mr. Extreme in California.
Most of them belong to a website called the World Superhero Registry and often travel in teams. Shadow Hare leads a group he calls the Allegiance of Heroes.
Allegiance assemble! We help enforce the law by doing what we can in legal standards. So we carry handcuffs, tasers, pepper spray, all the legal weapons. We will do citizens' arrests, and we will intervene on crimes if there is one happening in front of us. If there's anything that I can do, please give me a call, all right?
All right, buddy.
All right, catch you later.
Spider-Man, that's what they look like. Homemade Spider-Man.
What the heck is this, man? This ain't Easter.
But it's no joke to the men and women behind the masks, although some of the things that came out of Shadow Hare's mouth couldn't help but make us laugh a little.
He surely won't recognize us because he's blind, but I'm sure he'll recognize the taste of a good meal, wouldn't you say?
Still, others will join his cause.
Well, it is the story that's become an internet sensation. Cincinnati's real-life superhero patrolling our streets in a mask and a cape, fighting crime for us. And since our story aired, this caped crusader has gone from superhero to a superstar. And so Eric Flack is here now with more on this man known as Shadow Hare. You started this story, and we thought that people might be interested, but it's been on CNN. It's all over different networks.
It's kind of taken on a life of its
really,
own.
Everybody's talking about it.
And everybody seems to have an opinion. Do they think he's a joke? Do they think he's serious? I mean, one thing we know for sure, our story on Shadow Hare was seen by hundreds of thousands of people, and not just here in the tri-state, but around the country.
Yeah, all right, buddy. Take care of yourself.
He wants to be the face, or better yet, the mask you trust on the streets of Cincinnati.
The friendly neighborhood Shadow Hare, right?
And after we first introduced you to him 2 nights ago, Shadow Hare's career has taken off.
What are you here to do, Shadow Hare?
I'm here to patrol the streets of Cincinnati and bring hope to the people.
What about Dark Knight? What about him? Oh, no! No!
He's soaked up the attention tonight at Party in the Park, and his story has already been viewed by more than 300,000 people on our website. It was picked up nationally by CNN and TMZ, among others, and even made the rounds at Cecil Mathai's ad agency downtown.
It was very viral. It went throughout our entire office. I mean, everyone was talking about it this afternoon.
Shadow Hare is a 21-year-old Milford man who is part of a national network of real-life superheroes, and he leads a team of local mass citizen crime fighters called the Allegiance of Heroes.
Allegiance assemble!
They carry handcuffs, pepper spray, and tasers, patrolling the streets of Cincinnati in an effort to keep people safe.
If I had to save someone else in an alleyway, or if there was someone right now that needed my help, I will rush in and give my life and lay it down on the line.
And you get the idea, he actually means it. He once dislocated his shoulder protecting a woman who was being attacked by a homeless guy. And although he's been doing this for 4 years, Shadow Hare, well, he's finally out of the shadows, but he says his newfound celebrity doesn't faze him.
I'm not doing this for publicity. I'm doing this for justice, for justice long since forgotten.
Since our first story aired, Shadow Hare says he has gotten hundreds of messages on his his webpage from people who support what he's doing, and some we even want to pick up their capes and help themselves.
Well, I think this is, you know,
we kid because we care, and
because we care. Well, you know, when we first thought about doing this, we weren't sure how receptive people would be to this. If they think, oh, this is just a joke, why are you putting this on the news? But people really seem to support it.
Yes, and I think we laugh because we really do kind of, like, we admire kind of what he's doing, and there is a lot of just out there. You know, certainly the police kind of have a little, they kind of scoff at him.
And they worry about his safety.
They worry about his safety a bit too, and we talked to some police officers who think he might get himself hurt. But you know, what he's doing is legal. The idea of a citizen arrest is legal, and as long as he's not accusing somebody wrongly, you know, he is kind of has the right to do what he's doing, as long as he's using legal weapons and legal means.
Right. Hopefully he has good intentions, because certainly we know this. But unfortunately, there's too much.
And together we shall give them a senior class that shall never, ever be fought.